we need to begin by making sure we have a common understanding of what an operating system is. Sort of a Microsoft view of what an operating system is, if you will, or a more official view. I mean, we all kind of know what it does, but let's give a more formal definition. An operating system is an application, piece of software, program, that gives users and programs access to various system hardware. I want you to notice in that definition that we have two parts to this thing. There's sort of this upper end, the interface with the users, and then there's sort of lower end, the interface with the hardware. And I've shown that in this little schematic down here. You see that I've got applications and user interface up here at the top, the operating system in the middle, and the hardware at the bottom. So that the operating system is sort of the go-between between applications and hardware. Now, why is that necessary? Why do we need that? Well, there are a couple of reasons that we need that. One is that it provides a common command structure so that the same applications can run on different hardware. That is to say, I can take an application and I can run it on hardware that only has a small disk drive, and I can run it on hardware that has a big disk drive. And the operating system kind of plays middleman there and knows the difference. Different CPUs, different types of CPUs. Is it an i7? Is it an i3? What kind of CPU is it? And so on. Well, the operating system gives it sort of a common ground. It also resolves conflicts when two or more applications need to use the same hardware. So, for example, if two different programs are running and each needs access to a disk drive, the operating system knows to give one access to the disk drive and then cut that off and give the other one access to the disk drive so they don't all try to crowd the thing at once. I like to think of it as a stage, so to speak, a stage where actors will act. The stage interfaces with the building, with the electricity, the lights, the sound, all the curtains, all of those things, all the hardware. And it also interfaces with the actors, so that the actors have access to the curtains, and the actors have access to the lights, and the actors have access to the sound system, and so on. So that stage provides a sort of middle ground that interfaces the actors, and the audience for that matter, with the hardware of the building. That's the way I like to think of an operating system. Well, I hope that's helpful to you. Next we're going to take on the earliest form, or at least Microsoft's earliest form, the Disk Operating System, or DOS.